Robert, where you been?
Shit, man, I've been taking care of these motherfuckers.
Oh, damn.
Y'all was coming in, and now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends, they can watch it go down. I got mine too, so welcome to my house. 'Cause these are my people, and this is my land. This is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. And if you ain't from here, then you won't understand. This is my country, and this is who I am. So welcome to my house. So welcome to my house. You better believe it, 'cause today won't be your day. I can guarantee it, you should turn and walk away and get to leaving, or I'll let this 12 gauge do all my speaking. Don't push me on the edge, boy. 'Cause I'm aiming for your head, boy. And all I see is red, boy. I told you not to cross that line. I'm giving you a chance, boy. You see the devil in a glance, boy. I can knock you out your pants, boy. I told you not to fuck with mine. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Y'all was coming in, and now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends, they can watch it go down. I got mine too, so welcome to my house. 'Cause these are my people, and this is my land. This is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. And if you ain't from here, then you won't understand. This is my country, and this is who I am. So welcome to my house. So welcome to my house.
I got a
a baby girl inside this house, and right now she's sound asleep. So it's probably best for the both of us if you just turn around and leave. Cause if you come in this fucking house, then you too gonna go to sleep. I promise you, boy, don't play with me. I pray to God my soul to keep. Especially this day and age, gotta handle shit our own way. With a 30-30 horse 12 gauge behind this door, you're hella weight. My old lady, she rides too, picking up every shell case, mopping up these blood stains, but she ain't seen a damn thing. Most of my people are convicts, hard-headed, no nonsense. So please approach with caution. You never know who's watching. You never know what's on the other side of that front door, and you knocking. Might step out like motherfuckers get to dropping. All the neighbors heard was the dogs barking. The sun was down, it was getting dark, and I told the sheriff it ain't no problems, man. I was just taking out the garbage. So if you don't mind, please excuse me.
Well, good evening, race fans, and welcome to UltimateDirtTV. Tonight, on this Sunday evening, we come to the sprint car capital of the world. It's time for the JSI Racing 360 Winged Sprint Car Series. And yes, tonight, place host to the Knoxville Raceway. I am Brett Wheeler. Thank you for joining us. Dalton Collins, just search up JSI Racing on Facebook and in the iRacing League directory. That's how you can sign up for it. Down under racing, hello and welcome in to everybody on the Facebook and the YouTube feeds as we get set for heat race number 1. Qualifying is done. Lewis Clark goes quick time with a 15.879. Tyler Bish in second, quick. Alex Allard third. Kobe Wright fourth. Brent Hobbs fifth. Then we go back to Jason Crawford 6th. Boyd Bowden 7th. Jamie McCarran 8th. Braden McCormack 9th. And Thomas Mitchell in position number 10. 5 heats on the program. Let's take a look at heat race number 1. Lewis Clark will start from the pole position to the outside of the front row for JSI Racing. Hits the 12 of Jason Crawford, position number 2. Alex Hanna for FSI Motorsports at 97 will start position number 3. Stephen Haitley lines up for position number 4. Position number 5 is going to be David Clifford, and Alex Ryan in the 93 will start from position number 6. Ethan Bastian, the 54 for Allure Esports, will start out of position number 7. Darcy Stonehouse in the base racing Fuels Australia 72 out of position number 8. Leo Heaton lines up the 9 from position number 9, and Mitchell Cartwright will roll off from the 10th starting position. So 5 heats. Top 4 going through to the main event. Then we'll have 2 13-lap B mains, where we'll take the top 2 to start a 24-car field for your 35-lap main event. Hello, Nygaard. It's late night over there. Oh. Mate, be safe, whatever you're doing. So we are ready for a start this time by Lewis Clark in that X machine. Jason Crawford, who is outside in the 12. Alex Hanna inside row 2, along with Stephen Haitley to the outside. Then you go back to David Clifford and Alex Ryan. Yes, early morning. Hello, Mr. Ice Cream Man. How are you, buddy? It's time to go racing here at Knoxville, baby. Heat number 1. Green flag is out. We are underway. See some great racing this past couple of months with the sprint cars. Let's hope we can continue on the trend here right now. Lap number 1 is in the books. Lewis Clark, the race leader from Jason Crawford. Haitley running in 3rd position. Alex Hanna in 4th. Then you go back to Ethan Bastian On the outside, looking in position number 5. Crawford trying to get by Lewis Clark for the race lead as he follows in nose to tail down into turn number 1 and 2. 10 lap heat races here for your 5 heats. Clark, couple of car length lead over Jason Crawford. Bastion closing in on position number 4 down to the inside into turn number 1 and 2. Hannah keeps the power down through the middle of the speedway, but again, here comes a 54, the Allure Esports entry of Ethan Bastion, your points leader of the series, have been told. Haitley in third. I tell you what, he's pretty good through the heats, unfortunately. Over the last couple of weeks, he's had some horrible luck in the start of the main events. Now, something with the main events we're being told as well, which will hopefully clean it up just a little bit for the first 5 or so laps of the main event. We'll go through that in just a second, but right now 6 down with 4 laps to go. Bastion again, this time he's going to try and attempt to slide to move up a lane on Alex Hanna. Again, they go wheel to wheel down into 3. Slide job by Ethan Bastion in the 54. Here comes Alex Hanna back to the inside. Hanna takes back over position number 4. Now it's his turn to throw the slide jump, and this time it's Ethan Bastion to turn it back underneath him. Bastion's got it by half a car length now, gets himself clear as he closed in on his teammate Stephen Haitley. Very tight for 4th and 5th with 2 to run. And now this, what was a 2-car battle, has turned into a 3-car battle because Bastion and Hanna have caught the back of the 60 of Stephen Haitley. White flag is out, 1 to run. Bit of contact there between Bastion and Hanna. And Hanna cops the worst end of that stick. Meanwhile, back straight away for the final time in heat race number 1. Lewis Clark going to win your opening heat race of the night and start on pole for your 35 lap journey. And wait for everybody else to come across the start-finish line. But Lewis Clark, Jason Crawford, Stephen Haitley, and Ethan Bastion unofficially your top 5. Sorry, top 4. Alex Ryan home in 5th. We'll take a look at those official results now. So Clark, Crawford, Haitley, and Bastion your top 4. Ryan, Heaton, Stonehouse, Clifford, Hanna, and Cartwright your top 10 drivers for heat number 1. Heat number 2 will line up on the racetrack right now, and it is going to be Tyler Bish, the man that starts the Allure Esports number 41 from position number 1. To his outside, the Elite Sim Sports entry of Boyd Bowden lines up from position number 2. Liam Russell lines up at a position number 3. Daryl Kirk will start from position number 4. Hayden Vickers in the Synergy Sim Racing entry will start 5th. Brock Lewis will start from the outside of row 3 at a position number 6. Row 4 to the inside for Elite Sim Sports, it's the 15 of Jacob Croker, starting position number 7. Sam Derrico out of 8. And Matty Bailey in the 9 from position number 9. Anthony, everything's alright. Yeah, it's going alright. Yeah, Crawford's pretty quick here tonight. So the lights go out on the Pace truck here in Knoxville. And let's get our proper... let's go that camera angle, shall we? Let's try something different for heat number 2. Let's try change the camera angles up. Oh, sure, I've got Knoxville camera pack. Maybe that's the last one I'm waiting on. DJ Matty Bailey. And the kids want DJ Matty. And yeah, Boyd Bowden says, yeah, I want to start about 2 car lengths in front of you. And well, he's going to lead through turn number 1 and 2. Not surprised with that start. Russell slides up into position 3, but there goes Daryl Kirk around the outside. Bowden will lead lap number 1. Russell looking to put the move there on Kirk, and now Hayden Vickers in the 15 machine. Car into the wall, that's Sam Derrico. Croker battling with Lewis for positions number 6 and 7. And while speaking of those two, the two drivers come together, Croker and Lewis. And Sam Derrico goes on by, but now you see Darryl Kirk on the inside of Vickers, and well, moving him out of the way. Little contact. Might have been very similar to the one we've seen in heat number 1 between Hannah and Bastion. Bish trying to come after your race leader, Boyd Bowden. Through the middle of the speedway, they run. Working lap number 5. No cautions in heats. No cautions until we get to the main event. Not a lot, Mike. Oh, that's not who we want to watch, because there's no point watching someone in the pits, and that is Jacob Croker. Liam Russell in that 36 machine. Now about the DJ. The kids want DJ Matty Bailey. He's up to position number 5. We've got 4 laps to run, so 2 miles around Knoxville. Bowden, Bish, Russell and Kirk. Your top 4 for the moment. Bailey and fifth. Derrico 6th. Lewis and Vickers rounding out the field. What has Bish got for Boyd Bowden? Late in this one, we've just got a couple of laps left to run. White flag is out, final time. Heat number 2. Bowden still your race leader. He's just got 2 turns to go. Working into corners number 3. And now to turn number 4. Bish with one last opportunity. Not going to have enough. Boyd Bowden holds on to heat number 1. Heat number 2, sorry. Bish will come home in 2nd position. 3rd will go to Liam Russell. Darryl Kirk in 4th. And Matt Bailey in position number 5. So we'll take a look. So Bowden, Bish, Russell and Kirk, your top 4. Bailey, Derrico, Lewis, Vickers and Croker. 5 through to position number 9 will find themselves going to one of 2 last chance qualifiers next week. So heat 3, Alex Allard for Supreme Poultry in the 53 will start from position number 1. To his outside, it's the 2M of Jamie McCarran, position number 2. Position number 3, it's John Helms, and Blake Walsh lines up at a position number 4. Ryland Pearson will start from position number 5, and Sean Stevens for Wyobi Racing in the 26 will start position number 6. Brooke Marquis out of position number 7, and Justin Wright in the 78 out of position number 8, and Ash Hammond in the 4. We'll start from position number 9. All good, Mike. So Allard and McCarran on the front row. McCarran's got all of the chrome in that number 2M. The red and black entry, but Set for a start. Green is out, and well, Walsh went to go up the inside, and that's caused all sorts of contact and dramas for the mid-pack guys. So Blake Walsh moves into position number 4 after getting tangled up, and what has Brooke Marquez got in the 71 machine? Alex Allard continues to lead the way in the 53 machine. Oh, one carrying to the wall. It's the 21 of John Helms. Now going to fall back to position 4. Bake that 5, but back into position number 4. So the battle is on for the transfer position. So, stroke of luck there for the 2 machine of Jamie McCarran. And again, I can't tell you how many times I've seen that 2 machine be quick in the heat and then get to the mains and then just have absolutely no luck at all. So it's nice to see Jamie McCarran have some sort of luck, and well, his night's not over with just yet, because as long as he gets through these next 5 and a bit laps, he will start from position number 8 as long as he finishes second in that number 2 machine. Adide still your race leader. The Supreme Poultry number 53 will complete lap number 6, which means, yeah, there's just 4 circuits to go. These 10-lap heat races here at Knoxville. Get a big thank you to, of course, JSI Racing, Crawford Designs, and SCTEG, that's Southern Cross Transport Equipment Group, for their continued support with the series. You see Blake Walsh slowly starting to close the gap. He's now just under 3/10 of a second from Jamie McCarran. And these are the 2 cars that had the initial contact off the green flag lap on the front straightaway. Here comes Walsh. Can he get by McCarran? The 8th and 13th starting positions are both on the line for 2nd and 3rd. We've got 1 lap to run for your race leader of Alex Allard. He's shown a very, very clean set of heels here in heat race number 3. Checkers are out. Allard will win. 2nd will go to McCarran, just from Blake Walsh. Helms will grab 3rd. Marquez in 5th. Sean Stevens, Ash Hammond, 6th and 7th. Then you go back to Ryla Pearson and Justin Wright. A couple of cars finishing back in the pit area. So we'll take a look at heat race number 3 results coming up on your screen, just to confirm no post-race penalties. And there are none. So Allard, McCarran, Walsh and Helms going straight through to your A main event. Everybody else 5 on back, 5 through to 9th. Will again be going to the B main. Well, one of 2 B mains, that is. There'll be 2 13-lap B mains where we'll take the top 2. And it's now time to take a look at your starting grid for heat race number 4. Kobe Wright in the 078 will start from position number 1. Braden McCormack to the outside of the front row from position number 2. Jeremy Keendrad lines up the 17 from position number 3. Matthew Hurd for LJR in the 71 from position number 4. Daniel Hardigan in the 77 from position 5. And Max Bevan, the old fridge, in the 68 from position number 6. Brandon Morosky, the 5, will start position number 7. Dylan Beveridge lining up from position number 8. And Brad O'Brien for OBR Sim Sports lines up the 77 from position number 9. That's going to be one to watch. O'Brien come from the back. Right, here we go. Heat number 4. Penultimate heat race of the evening. So heats 4 and 5 left. And, well, 38 if Dylan Beveridge just goes, yeah, I think I want to jump that start. Well, it's worked for him. At the moment, he's moved into third from position number 8. So, I mean, hey, you pass 4 cars. Here comes the 71 of Matty Hurd to the inside, but your race leader is going to be Kobe Wright. Braden McCormack running in second position. Beveridge in third. Bevan slides into position number 4, but gets shuffled back to position 5 because here comes Matty Hurd in that LJR number 71 machine. 3 wide, nearly down the front straight away. Bevan and Matty Hurd come together. They both went for the same bit of real estate. Brad O'Brien, meanwhile, he's up in 5th position. He gets by Braden Morosky. Speaking of Braden, that's Braden McCormack in the 16 coming after the 78 machine. Right, leads at the end of lap number 4, so still 6 remaining. Braden McCormack in second, Harding in third, Dylan Beveridge in fourth, Brad O'Brien in fifth. Then you go back to Braden Morosky, Jeremy Keenrod, Matty Hurd, and Max Bevan. No doubt that those 2 drivers, Hurd and Bevan, will have significant damage on their respected race cars. O'Brien, I gotta say, does not look all that comfortable right now. And all drivers on the same setup. So fixed setup racing here at JSI Racing. Morosky closing in on Brad O'Brien. Makes me wonder what's going on with the O'Brien machine. He does not look like the normal Brad O'Brien we see on a weekly basis. Slide job by Morosky. O'Brien turned it back underneath him. Starting to find his feet is O'Brien with just 2 laps left to go. Your leader is still Kobe Wright. McCormack still sitting in second, now starting to feel a little pressure from Daniel Hardigan in the 77 machine. White flag is out, 1 to go for your race leader. Slide job by Hardigan on McCormack. Checkers are out this time by, and Kobe Wright will win heat number 4. Second, he's going to go to Hardigan. Third will go to McCormack. Dylan Beveridge home in 4th. And we will have to get confirmation on heat number 4 finishing results, and they are about to come up on screen, and it is going to be Kobe Wright getting the win from Daniel Hardigan, Braden McCormack, and Brad O'Brien in position number 4. Again, you can see the post-race penalty there from Dylan Beveridge, moves him down to 9th position, copying a 30-second penalty for jumping the initial start. So he's got a lot of work to do to come from the back of a B main. And we've got one more heat race left on the program. Brent Hobbs, the 64, starts from position number 1. Thomas Mitchell lines up the 02 for Vortex Sim Sports from position number 2. Luke Wilson will line up out of position number 3, and Kai Jensen, the 75, out of position number 4. Daniel Boyd, the 79 for Vortex Sim Sports, will start 5th, and Jason Burke for JSI Racing, the 74, from position number 6. Kinza Claridge lining up out of position number 7. Michael Rutledge out of position number 8, with Gary Chaplin lining up from the 9th and final starting position. So, Tanya Weaver already cheering on Brent Hobbs in the 64. Might be one to watch. Keep an eye on the likes of maybe Thomas Mitchell or even maybe Daniel Boyd. Daniel Boyd has showed some real strong speed in that 79 machine, but looks like he didn't have the best of qualifying runs. There we go, set for a start. 10 laps, final heat race of the night. Thomas Mitchell got a good launch into turn number 1. Hobbs and Mitchell. Hobbs is, nope, going to fall back to second position. Mitchell gets the advantage. Hobbs trying to come up, and oh no, there goes the 75 of Kai Jensen. Kinzer Claridge moves into position number 4. Daniel Boyd immediately into position number 3. Your race leader is Thomas Mitchell. Brent Hobbs in second position. Third will go to Daniel Boyd. Then you go back to Kinzer Claridge in the 4th and final transfer position in the number 22 machine. The 75 of Kai Jensen in position 5. Then you go back to Jason Burke, 6th, Luke Wilson, Gary Chaplin in 7th and 8th. Here is your top 3 on screen one more time. Daniel Boyd trying to make a pass on Brent Hobbs for 2nd. But Brent Hobbs gets clear by some 4 car lengths down into turn number 1. And Thomas Mitchell from the outside of the front row. You got a great launch from Brent Hobbs. And it was Mitchell who was able to work it on the top side on lap 1. Through turns 1 and 2 that gave him the edge over Brent Hobbs. And Hobbs has just had to settle for 2nd position at the moment. Hobbs, meanwhile, still holds on to position number 2. Then you go back to Daniel Boyd and Kinzer Claridge. Your top 4 drivers at the moment as we can tick off another lap in the books thanks to Thomas Mitchell. Just 2.5 to go for your race leader. Boyd doesn't look to be catching Brent Hobbs at the moment. Popsicle sticks around tip of the green. We're 2 to... Oh, excuse me. We are 2 to go. Well, I think it's all the Thomas Mitchell show here in heat number 5 before our 2 B mains coming up on the evening. They'll be contested over 13 laps. Boyd, meanwhile, putting the moves out on Brent Hobbs, but Brent Hobbs down into turn number 3 and 4. We go to the checkers. Mitchell wins. Boyd saves the best till last and he grabs 2nd. Hobbs will come home 3rd. Kinzer Claridge in 4th. 5th will go to Kai Jensen. 6th is going to be Jason Burke, Gary Chaplin, Luke Wilson, and Michael Rutledge. So Mitchell, Boyd, Hobbs, and Claridge, your top 4. Jensen, Burke, Chaplin, Wilson, and Rutledge. The 9 cars to contest heat number 5. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. 13 laps is the distance, and the top 2, ladies and gentlemen, are going to go on to tonight's main event. From position number 1, it's Alex Ryan. To the outside, it's Brooke Marquise in the 71. From position number 2, Kai Jensen lines up the 75. From position number 3, Sam Derrico, the 28, will start from position number 4. Jeremy Keendrad will start from position number 5, and Darcy Stonehouse lining up out of position number 6. Ash Hammond will start from position number 7. Gary Chaplin will start 8. Ninth is going to be Hayden Vickers for Synergy Sim Racing. 10th will be Max Bevan. 11th, Alex Hanna and Justin Wright in 12th position. I can confirm Brooke Marquise on the outside of the front row did not start. It's called it a night. And Michael Rutledge did not make the call either. So out of your 13 cars that were scheduled to take to the racetrack for B Main, 11 of those drivers have made the call. I think Alex Ryan's going to be too strong from the pole. Wouldn't be surprised to see Max Bevan if he can just get some luck here in the opening couple of laps. Maybe Max Bevan to come home in 2nd position. We'll see what the fridge can do. So Alex Ryan and Sam Derrico front row. Again, the slow pace out of turn number 4. Waiting for the lights to come on, and behind the iRacing flagman says, let's go race some boys. We're underway in the first of 2 B mains. Bevan going to take it 3 wide up on the top side of the racetrack. Now they go 2 by 2. Derrico getting shuffled back, and look at Maxie B. Max Bevan immediately up into position number 4. Oh no, Bevan. Contact Stonehouse. He may have gotten into the wall, and Ash Hammond has moved to position number 3. Kai Jensen in the 75 machine on the bubble as Alex Ryan continues to lead the way, and again no cautions in consolation races. Hammond to the inside on Kai Jensen through turns 3 and 4. Jensen's got the advantage down the front straightaway. Vickers in 4th. Then you go back to Jeremy Keendrod rounding out your top 5, followed by Hannah, Wright, Derrico, Chaplin, and Bevan. Stonehouse out of the event. It's still Alex Ryan in the 93. Continuing to lead the way here in B main number 1. It might say C main Hammond. He jumped the cushion and got into the wall. Let me tell you, Ash, it still won't move no matter how many times you try and hit it. Now, Hayden Vickers in the 44 for Synergy Sim Racing. Closing in on Ash Hammond. 6 down with 7 to go. Oh yeah, the body cush. Vickers with a slide job in the 15. Hammond in the 4, back to the inside again. I'm sure Kai Jensen, if he's got his mirror turned on, he'd be loving what he'd be seeing in the background, because right now, Hayden Vickers, Ash Hammond trading sliders with each other, but normally that slows people up, but I gotta say, they're closing in on your second place driver of Kai Jensen. Hammond with a slide jump. Vickers, he was very low on the entry into the turn. And it got very tight. Here comes Alex Hanna in the 97. Derrico, the lap car, just trying to stay out of the way. Trying to stay on the top side of the racetrack. Thankfully, everybody goes on by. Hammond back after Vickers one more time into turn number 1 and 2. Past the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum. Hammond and Vickers. Oh boy! Contact and Vickers are sent flipping wildly. And now that moves Alex Hanna into position number 3. But with just 2.5 to go, can Kai Jensen in the 75 entry, can he hold on? Alex Ryan is just a couple of laps away from starting 21st in tonight's main event. Kai Jensen, he's got a lap and a half to go past the Brian Clausen Sweet Tower. Hanna has got very limited opportunities. Oh, he just jumped the cushion on the exit of turn 4. Will that be his chance going begging right now? We'll find out. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4 for the final time. Jensen slides up. Hanna turns it back underneath him. Jensen and Hanna. Oh, Jensen. He just sort of straightened up there on the exit of turn 4. Had he had stayed on his line, he may have actually gotten the transfer spot, but not to be. So, B main number 1 results coming up on your screen. Alex Ryan gets the win from Alex Hanna. So, Alex's go 1 and 2. Kai Jensen, just under a tenth of a second, will miss out. Then we go back to Jeremy Keendrod. Justin Wright, your top 5. Followed by Chaplin, Hammond, Vickers, Bevan, Derrico, and Stonehouse. Your 11 cars to take part in B main number 1. B main number 2, and we have, well, another 12 cars, but it's going to show 13 on the timing and scoring. So let's take a look at the DJ Matty Bailey in the 9 machine from position number 1. Braden Morosky lines up the 5 from position number 2. Leo Heaton will start from position number 3. Sean Stevens, the 26 for Wyobi Racing, will start position number 4. Jason Burke for JSI Racing, the 74, will start 5. And Brock Lewis will start from position number 6. Position number 7 for LJR, it's Matty Hurd, the 71. David Clifford, the 29, will start from position number 8. Position number 9, it's going to be Rylan Pearson. Position number 10 is going to be Luke Wilson. Jacob Croker will start from 11th, and Dylan Beveridge in position number 12, followed by Mitchell Cartwright in position number 13. And Brock Lewis, who was scheduled to start 6th, did not make the call. Evening, Leon. How are we all on this fine Sunday evening or Sunday morning? Depending on where you are from around the globe. Here we go, set for a start. Ah, bless me. Green is out. No, look out, Sean Stevens copping the worst of that one. Poor old Stevens. I can see a number of drivers, they just have no luck. I tell you what, if it wasn't for bad luck, they'd have no luck at all. And who was that coming through? Dylan Beveridge at 38. Well, I'll tell you what, if world hunger was a thing, I'm sure a number of these drivers could have fed world hunger. So Bailey leads in the one machine. Luke Wilson running in second position. Again, they go side by side for the race lead. Wilson takes the slide job line into turns 3 and 4. Bailey turns it back down underneath him. New race lead of the 99 of Rylan Pearson. Look at Matty Hurd in the 71 coming on. Oh boy, gee, I tell you what, Dylan Beveridge is not afraid to throw the big haymaker and the Hail Mary play. So the battle for 3, 4, 5 and 6 is heating up, but this battle for the race lead between Wilson and Bailey is just starting to take shape once again. Luke Wilson seems to have the best of those two drivers right now. Can Matty Hurd, what can he do in that LJR number 71 machine? Slide job by Hurd. I thought Bailey might have gone for the slider, but he backed out of it. Gonna follow through turn number 1, that is. Matty Bailey was following Luke Wilson. Now Bailey going to be under all sorts of pressure here from Pearson in the 99. But Matty Hurd trying to keep him at bay. Pearson into the wall. Matty Hurd keeps it going, and Pearson going to lose a couple of positions. Yeah, I'm a little uncomfortable right now for 3, 4, 5 and 6. Tell you what, here he comes. Bailey to the inside. He'd want to be careful. He's not afraid at running the bottom side, but I'll tell you what, he's really leaving that top side of the racetrack open for Matty Hurd in that LJR number 71 machine. Gee, I tell you what, Luke Wilson has been absolutely superb in this second B main. He started 10th. He is at a +9 in this B main with just 3 to run. He looks the goods at the moment. Bailey and Hurd, that's your battle for the final transfer position. If they continue to battle it out for second and third, one driver is going home. The other one will be going to your 35-lap main event. Hurd runs a cutback line from the top to the bottom through turns 1, down through turns 2. Oh, look out! Matty Hurd just straight up into the back of Matty Bailey. And I guess none of them are going through. Pearson's got a busted rear end of the 99 machine. Here comes Stevens. Oh, can you believe it? Checkers are out. Luke Wilson wins. Second will go to Sean Stevens. And Bailey, who had a transfer spot, will not make it. Matty Hurd in the 71. You hate to see it. So the 2-minute session is going to stay. We are going to take a look at your B main number 2 results and take a look at your final drivers. Your final 2 drivers that will be going through to tonight's main event. Luke Wilson, who came home in first position. Sean Stevens in the iRacing 26. Never gave up in that B main. And albeit with a stroke of luck and a stroke of fortune, puts the 26 from the 24 starting position. Unfortunately for Bailey, Burke, Morosky, those drivers will be going home along with Pearson, Hurd, Clifford, Beveridge, Croker, Cartwright, and Heaton with Brock Lewis not making the call for B main number 2. 5 heat races are done, ladies and gentlemen, here on the night. 2 B mains are done. A 35 lap main event is up next. We're going to take a quick 20-second commercial break. We're going to be back in just a few moments' time. Well, I told you we'd be right back. 20-second story of my life as we will be back here to Ultimate Dirt TV. Thanks to JSI Racing, Crawford Designs, and Southern Cross Transport Equipment Group, that's SCTEG, for their continued support with the series. Now, I did mention earlier on in the evening about the yellow flags, how we had no yellows in the heats and the consolation races. We are also going to have no yellows inside the first 5 laps. But then from there on out, we will have a maximum of 4 yellow flags. So we'll at least get, 3 laps? I think so. We're at least going to get about 20 green flag laps. And who knows, we might just even go the entire distance. It's been done before. It's time to take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid from back to front. Your 24 starters from position number 24, it's Sean Stevens. Position number 23, Alex Hanna. Position number 22, it's Luke Wilson. Position number 21, Alex Ryan. Position number 20, Kinzer Claridge. And position number 19, Brad O'Brien. Position 18, John Helms. Position number 17, it's Daryl Kirk. Position number 16, Ethan Bastion. Position number 15, Brent Hobbs. Position number 14, Braden McCormack. Position number 13, it's Blake Walsh. Position number 12, Liam Russell. Position number 11, Stephen Haitley. Position number 10, Daniel Boyd. Position number 9, Daniel Hardigan. Position number 8, Jamie McCarran. Position number 7, Tyler Bish. Position number 6, Jason Crawford. We go to your 5 heat winners from here on out. Position number 5, it's Thomas Mitchell. Position number 4, Kobe Wright. Position number 3, Alex Attard. Position number 2, Boyd Bowden. And the pole position, it's Lewis Clark. So 35 laps the distance in tonight's main event. Another round of the JSI Racing 360 Wings Sprint Car Series right here on UltimateDirtTV, live across Facebook, YouTube and Twitch. Your main event, we're about to go live for 35 here at Knoxville, baby, and we are green. Down into turn number 1 and 2, Lewis Clark slides up in front of Boyd Bowden. Meanwhile, Alex Adder puts the Supreme Poultry 53 to the number 1 position. He might just be very, very hard to beat. Again, we've been told we're not going yellow inside the first 5 laps. So hopefully these drivers can clean it up at the back. A couple of drivers already out of the event. Back to the pits, Luke Wilson, Braden McCormack. Allard still leads the way. Oh, what's going on with Lewis Clark? He got all sorts of tight coming out of turn number 4, and that car drifted right up to the wall out of turn number 4. Allard leads Mitchell and Clark 1, 2 and 3. Here comes Kobe Wright. Boyd Bowden, Tyler Bish 3, 4, 5 and 6. All in close proximity of one another, 3 wide. Bish on the bottom side. Wright made the move to go to the top. Lewis Clark now starting to find his feet and trying to make quick work of the O2 machine. I thought he was going to drive it deep into turn number 3, but you see that car in the front end just dig into the ground. He certainly got on the brakes. 5 down, 30 to go. So from here on out, we will see yellow flags. Right, back to the cushion, down into turn number 3. Grabbing all of the cushion in the middle of 3 and 4. Keep an eye on Ethan Bash. I've been told again prior to the start of tonight's main event that he was your points leader, O'Brien in the 77. And we are yellow. So I think that deserves to take a look at your instant replay. Bradley, just want to tell you, I wore that move. Just want to throw that out there, mate. Look at those cars bouncing on the cushion on the exit of turn 4. Right, looking for a start. In a couple of laps time, we've still got 2 to green. World famous Knoxville Raceway, the sprint car capital of the world. Stevens out, Wilson back in the pits, McCormack out, and we're left with 21 cars. And that is caution number 1. And a double file restart. So the field in the hands of Alex Adder, the Supreme Poultry, number 53. The pace truck is in. We're back underway in tonight's main event. We've still got 25 to go, so 10 down, 25 to run. Clark and Bish wheel to wheel down the back straightaway. Bish on the outside. Meanwhile, behind Bish in the 41 and behind Lewis Clark was Kobe Wright. Put the moves there on Ethan Bastion. Clark down to the inside. Bastion to the inside on Wright. He's on the inside. Oh boy, that is some tight racing on the bottom side. Bish, Clark caught the infield berm there. And now put Tyler Bish to position number 3. Maybe not done with just yet, because now trying to come after second place, the 0-2 of Thomas Mitchell. He's nearly pulled alongside of him. Into 3 and 4 we run. Mitchell on the bottom. Bish on the top side. Bish into position number 2. Tyler Bish really making some good progress in the 41 machine. And now, after he's picked off Lewis Clark and Thomas Mitchell inside the past 2 laps, can he make Alex Allard the 3rd victim in just 3 laps? Allard very experienced in the 360 sprint cars here on the iRacing.com service. Mitchell and Clark side by side for 3 and 4. Mitchell outside the podium right now. How about Crawford in the 12 machine, up to position number 5, a stellar performance. We're nearing half race distance in about a lap and a half's time. In fact, on the back straightaway in 1 lap's time, we're going to be half race distance, because you can half 35, but it's going to be 17 and a half. So right now, lap 17 is in the books. We start lap number 18. Alex Allard has really gotten the wriggle on now in the 53, putting over 6/10 of a second lead to Tyler Bish. Half race distance has now happened. 18 down, 17 to go. Bish in 2nd, Clark 3rd. 4th is Mitchell. 5th is Crawford, and here comes Crawford. He went right through the middle of turn number 1 and 2. Going to slide it up. He starts 3/4 of the way up the racetrack. Clark back after Tyler Bish for 2nd and 3rd. And I'll tell you what, Lewis Clark, he's making the bottom his own right now. And with a slick track from top to bottom, you've really got to be precise, especially running the cushion. You've got to get the balls out of the handbag or the wallet and just let her read up top. 21 down, 14 remaining. Just the 1 caution so far in this main event. Still 3 if we need it. And with 13 and a half to go, I want to touch wood and say we don't need it. And I'll tell you who wouldn't want to need it or see it would be Alex Allard. Putting the 77 of Daniel Harding in a lap down. Harding and Clark make quick work of the 77. Tell you what, Clark is all over the back of Tyler Bish. Here he comes. Will he go for the slide job? Yes, he does, into turn number 3 and 4. Just 11 laps to go. Tyler Bish and Lewis Clark having a great race in the closing laps of this main event. Meanwhile, Crawford and Mitchell, they go wheel to wheel. Crawford up to position number 4. He's starting to put some good laps together as Crawford. I'll tell you what, it's about time. He has some luck in these races. 10 to go for your leader, the Supreme Poultry number 53 machine. Walsh, the lap car on the top side of the racetrack, trying to stay out of the way, trying to let the cars fighting for positions on the lead lap go by. There is 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th on screen. So from left to right, we go Lewis Clark 2nd, Tyler Bish 3rd. 4th is the 0-2 of Thomas Mitchell. The 12 of Jason Crawford back to position 5. Gets back up into position number 4, but Mitchell says, yeah, righto, Crawford, you want to go? Let's go racing here in Knoxville, baby. 7 to run. Crawford says, righto, Thomas, come on. Anything you can do, I can do just a little bit better right now. But Mitchell back to the inside. What a battle for 4 and 5. Lewis Clark has gotten by Tyler Bish. and he's put 4/10 of a second, but this battle for 4th and 5th right now is the best battle on the racetrack. How about this? The mistake was made not too many laps ago from Alex Attard, and he had a big lead, and now there is your top 3 on screen. We've got 5 to go, and Lewis Clark is really closing in on the 53. Well, he was, but he absolutely obliterated the wall on the front straightaway. That may hurt his chances. Allard breathes a little sigh of relief with just 4 laps to go this time by. Allard's good on the cushion. Brad O'Brien just in front of him, the lap car. O'Brien going down to the bottom. Again, leaving the top lane for your lead cars with just 3 circuits to go. Lewis Clark and Tyler Bish still continuing to fight it out for positions number 2 and 3. Jason Crawford closing in on 3rd right now. Can he sneak into a podium position? Lap cars in the way right now. With lap traffic, you love to see it. And I'm sure these drivers, well, they would love to hate it right now. Crawford into position number 3. The white flag is out for Alex Attard. Can he hold on for a victory here at the Knoxville Raceway? Clark is there. I don't think he's going to have another opportunity for the back straightaway for the final time. Attard on the top. Clark going down to the bottom into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4. Lap cars in front of your race leader. But Alex Attard wins here at Knoxville. Second will go to Lewis Clark. And Jason Crawford home in 3rd. What a drive by Crawford. Tyler Bish and Thomas Mitchell come home 4th and 5th. What a race. Just the one yellow flag here tonight in your main event coming. And I want to say about lap 7. Let's take a look at your official results coming up on screen. Alex Attard wins in the Supreme Poultry number 53. Second will go to Lewis Clark. Jason Crawford in 3rd. Tyler Bish 4th. Thomas Mitchell rounds out your top 5. Ethan Bastion, Kobe Wright 6th and 7th. 8th will go to Boyd Bowden. Kinzer Claridge in 9th. Alex Hanna rounds out your top 10. Brent Hobbs, Stephen Haley 11 and 12. Jamie McCarron 13th. 14th goes to Daniel Boyd, the last car on the lead lap, followed by Darryl Kirk in 15th, the lap car a lap down. Then you go back to Brad O'Brien in 16th, followed by Daniel Harding, John Helms, Blake Walsh, Alex Ryan in 20th, Liam Russell, Luke Wilson, Brandon McCormack, and Sean Stevens. So we are going to go down to victory lane here in just a few moments' time. We are going to chat to our podium drivers, and we'll chat to the driver that comes home in first place tonight. It's the 53 of Alex Attard. Alex, mate, congratulations on a victory here in Knoxville. And boy, I got to say, about 6 to go, I thought you may have thrown that one away.
I knew I was getting a little bit slower on the top coming up to those lap cars, and I had to make quick work of it, and I had to try and get back up to the top and figured out rolling off the gas on entry and staying on the cushion was a lot faster than doing the slide job through 3 and 4 and all that, but it paid off towards the end, I guess.
Mate, a couple of weeks ago here at this racetrack in another league on a Wednesday night, similar sort of racetrack. Did you sort of learn, and did you keep something in the memory banks from that race and sort of apply it to this one?
Well, off the start, I knew no one would really have too much momentum going into one, so I just stuck it on the bottom and kept it glued there, and I just shot out to first, and I don't think I looked behind me from there. I knew after we had an update a couple of weeks ago, it's changed a lot, so everything's had to change driving style wise. Actually, yes, coming from the last race here in that live stream that we did, I remembered I had to go to the top this time, so luckily I did it, and it's paid off this time.
Well, mate, clean sweep in the main event. You lead, I want to say, all 35 laps, but it must feel good knowing that you no matter where you start and whether it's open or fixed setups, mate, you've always got the speed to put this 53 up front.
Yeah, look, it's not about trying to win every race. It's trying to be consistent and always staying up the front. People call me the lurker sometimes because that's always what I'm doing. I'm trying to stay up the front, and a win comes when a win comes. So yeah.
All right, mate, well done on the victory, no doubt. Some sponsors you want to thank and some people on this race car as well.
Yeah, Supreme Poultry, my family, also Blackshaw Smash Repairs, and anyone that wants to come on board, more than willing and welcome to. You guys for putting the league on. Also, you for putting the live stream on. Sorry, JSI for putting the league on. Hopefully we come back and try and do it again.
All right, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Alex Haddad, your winner here tonight from the Knoxville Raceway. Home in second spot tonight, and, well, very gracious in defeat, but Lewis Clark will come home in the runner-up position. And Lewis, and I'll tell you what, you had a battle pretty much all throughout that 35-lap main event, all bar that one caution. But man, I'll tell you what, you had some speed late in this race.
Yeah, I don't think I had the speed of Alex, so he was too good. Yeah, I dropped back there at the start and couldn't really keep up. Was lucky to get past Thomas again, I think. And yeah, I didn't have nothing for Alex, so I don't think.
Mate, this track was pretty slick. Did you have sort of a line or a game plan for the 35-lap journey that you wanted to sort of stick to and sort of run with?
No, not really. I haven't done much with the sprint cars with the new build, but yeah, the bottom was there early and then moved to the top and was pretty much just flat out around the fence, trying to keep it off the wall. But yeah, happy with second still, so that was good.
Yeah, mate, nothing to hang your head about, but excuse me, mate, congratulations on second place. No doubt some people you want to thank.
Yeah, just the guys at JSI for running this league. Pretty well-run league. Yourself for stream and Track Tech Motorsport. Thank you.
All right, there we go. Lewis Clark home in second spot. And well, home in third place tonight in the JSI Racing number 12 machine. It's Jason Crawford. And Crawfy, mate, third place. How good is this?
How good is this, mate? This is great.
Man, I'll tell you what, you had your work cut out for you, but you really tracked those guys down in the top three, and who knows, mate, maybe another 5 or 10 laps, and you might have been even second spot.
Yeah, well, might have been. A few more lap cars, I think, might have done the trick there too. You know, they were, I think that played into my hands.
Mate,
Track was slick, lap cars, and yeah, she was pretty cruisy around there.
Mate, you and Thomas Mitchell really went at it tooth and nail for so many laps. As you said, the track was pretty slick, and you just had to make any lines work that you had to go out there. That's obviously the fun part of searching for different lines out here on the dirt side of things.
Yeah, that's correct. You've when the track is that slick, you've really got to try and make the most of wherever you can on the track. And when you get grip and you get a bit of a run, well, you just tend to chuck it, and it's you hope that the bloke beside you or behind you there is going to give you a bit of room and race along. And Thomas did that. All credit to Thomas. That was awesome racing.
Like, just looking at this replay here, but of yourself and Thomas going out, it looks like he had his wing tug back a fair bit. It looks like you had your wing probably at around -2. Where was your top wing angle there late in that race?
Yeah, she was at the front a bit. I don't think I had it back that far. I just cruising around on the throttle. It's, yeah, probably about almost 5, I think it was.
Okay, looks pretty far forward for a 5. But anyhow, you're in the car. I'm not. I'm just looking at the replay. But mate, well done on a third place. No doubt, a lot of sponsors on this race. Got a lot of great people behind the scenes that make this possible for you.
Yeah, firstly to us blokes here at JSI for what we do and put on for all these blokes. It's awesome to do. SCTG, Southern Cross Transport Group, for what they do and what they put into JSI to keep this thing running. That's about all. I've just got a couple of stickers on there, but I don't need to thank them. But, that's about all, mate. All good.
Oh, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Jason Crawford home in position number 3. And that'll wrap up the post-race coverage. Well done to Alex Haddad, Lewis Clark, and Jason Crawford, your top 3 here tonight. Again, a big thank you to everybody that watched live across our social media pages. Don't forget to hit that like and follow button on our Facebook page, on our Twitch page, and of course don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube feed as well. That'll do it. Until next time, on behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV and the management behind the scenes, I'm Brett Wheeler, signing off, saying good night.